Hello everyone, this is End All Be All, and welcome to week 2 of season 7 of Grand Arena. Let's take a look at our current opponent. We have Before that, let me just take a look at all my opponents for this week. So these are the guys, and as you know, I haven't yet unlocked Ray or Kylo. I'm still in the process of. I haven't even qualified for either of them, so I haven't. That's the reason why I haven't been paired up with anyone else in my group who has Ray or Kylo. So for now, I'm spared again for the second week in a row. If you remember last week, also I did not face anyone with Ray or Kylo. But I might not be lucky. As soon as I get my own Ray or Kylo unlocked, I think I'll start getting tougher matches for sure. My current opponent, Hug Ozaria from NLBE Netherlands. It's a Dutch guild. Um, like I said, no Galactic Legends, but almost everything else in the roster. And pretty decent mods. And in terms of ships, they don't have a General Kenobi Negotiator, so that's something interesting to see. They have the Malevolence, which they use to climb, so I need to keep something specific for that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have for Hugozaria. Hug did reach out to me earlier today, said that he has seen one or two of my YouTube videos, I think, or maybe he just realized that I'm a YouTuber, and asked me if I was going to be recording my matches. So I told him I'll definitely record it and let him know. So by tomorrow, I think by the time I finish my attacks and he's had a chance to go. Actually, since he's already seen the rest of my zones, I think I'll go ahead and post the my video immediately after I finish attacking today, just so that you guys can get a early view of that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at my defenses, and then we can start the attack phase. So I've kept my Skywalker and Darth Revan over here, and I kept a relatively weaker Kira team. So my opponent is doesn't go too heavy on defense. So let's take a look at the lifetime banners. 225, so about 10% less than me. And if I take a look at the defense versus offensive wins, 183 defense versus 620 offense. So it's not I would say medium to light defense, not nothing too aggressive, about 25% I would say. So I wasn't that worried about a very tough defense, but I still managed to keep a relatively light team over here, the Kira team. Out front, I kept my Hux lead with First Order, and I kept my Bounty Hunters with Nest. And the reason I kept the Bounty Hunters over here is looking at my opponent's history, they usually take the CLS against the Bounty Hunter, and I wanted to exhaust their CLS out front, primarily because at the back over here, I kept this new team with the Django and Stormtrooper Han, which a CLS team would have been very easily able to handle. I kept my Geos also over here, but this new team is something that I actually found when going through my opponent's GAC history, and I was quite impressed with this team. So Hug Ozario, I went through the GAC history for the last 2 3 weeks, and they've been keeping this team on defense quite a lot, and it takes something heavy to take out. It's something which is very easy to underestimate. So I decided to go ahead and keep this. Newt and Dooku by themselves are extremely tough to take out, and it definitely leads in a loss of banners, especially if you don't have a high damage team like CLS there. And in addition, I also have Stormtrooper Han and Watt, who make a really great couple together. Watt is always going to give the taunting tech to Stormtrooper Han, and once he gets his taunting tech, he's extremely tough to take out. Even JKR teams have problem with that, especially if it's relicked up. And then you've got Janko in there, who under Newt gets damage immunity, extra 50% offense because he starts with the payout already activated, and just in general hitting really really hard. Plus, there's all likelihood that Watt is going to give him the weapon stack, so he's going to be ignoring armor as well. Watt is not only great with Stormtrooper Han, but Watt is in general is great with other separatists. And here we've got four separatists in this team, so it's going to be a really tough thing. Most likely, Dooku is going to get the med pack, which is going to make him even more troublesome. And Django getting the weapon stack means he'll be going pretty often as well. So tough team to take out, especially if you don't have a stunner to stun or take out what immediately. So I'll be curious to see how this team holds on defense, especially when they've already exhausted some tougher teams out front. Over here, they'll probably save their gas and Darth Revan to use out here, and maybe they'll. I think they might take their Padme against this. But from what I've seen of my opponent's history, at the back over here, they usually save their Padme and a really relic first order team as well. So that's what I'm expecting to see at the back. But let's take a look at the top zone. Nothing too much to worry about. There's a B graded first order team with Hux in there. No tank, however. So Hux and Sith Trooper, even though they are quite dangerous, as long as you take them out first, and these guys are not 7-star also. So as long as you take them out first, it should be fine. And it should be easy enough to take them out first because there's no tank in there. And then you've got a couple of other teams who are not relict at all. There's a Geo team, but I think my Traya team should be able to handle that pretty well. And then down south is where they have a few tougher teams. They've got their Night Sister team, which they always keep on defense, and they've got their General Grievous squad. Not too many relics on B1 or Droidica, but the others are decently relict up. So I'll probably just take my regular JKR squad over here. But this Night Sister squad is going to it's looking pretty hefty to take out. And they've been modded for health. Talzin is modded for health for whatever reason. This one obviously modded for damage. Night Sister Spirit 271, plenty of damage. So it's going to be problematic. Zombie modded for speed, 89k health and 254 speed. And a Sarge offense again, when 218 speed, so not too bad. So that's going to be tough to take out. And I can't use my regular counters over there like Geos or bounty hunters, anything like that. And I don't want to waste Padme because I don't know what is there at the back out here. They might have surprised me and kept Darth Revan as well. But my guess is there's going to be a Padme team without GK, because my opponent likes to use GK on offense with JKR. And I'm going to see probably a really well relict first order team with probably the guys that you don't see out here. That's going to be Kylo Ren crew lead with Kylo Ren, first order stormtrooper, Fox, and maybe first order officer. And they're going to be pretty well relict. So that's my guess as to what's back here, which means they've kept CLS, which they used over here, GS and Darth Revan that they'll use here. So they will still have the Padme to use down south at the back, Padme and Traya. So I don't think this team is going to be a problem for Padme at all to take out. So yeah, but let's see how they perform. So let's go ahead and oh well, wait, I think the Padme might be at the back over here, so they'll have to use something else for this, maybe JKR. But let's see. So as usual, we are going to go down south and try to take these two teams out first. For the General Grievous squad, I'm going to go in with my regular Jedi squad with Bastilla, Hermit Yoda, and Grandmaster Yoda. And we've done this battle thousands of times, and you guys have seen it plenty of times as well. But let's go ahead and do that. Trigger B1, excellent. Now spread this around. And once B1 gets to go, B2 gets to go, we put this on Yoda and start getting rid of this guy. I think I'm going to save the mark and just try to get B2 down right away, just like that. All right. Now I am going to call Basti to assist just to heal her a little bit. And let's dispel this. I don't want Droidica assisting. I'm going to take away a few more stacks and call Revan to assist. And once the mark comes around, then we should be in a good position. Let's heal everyone. Heal as frequently as possible. Mark, and we should be good here. Let's spread this around. Okay, Let's pass this to Yoda, and that is gone. Okay, so pretty simple. It's a very straightforward counter, nothing new out here. Let's pass this to Yoda. And I don't think we'll be able to recover many banners. Let's pass this around. But let's give this to Hermit Yoda so he can heal a bit more. Again, I'm going to call Hermit Yoda. Now let's call Jolie and finish it off. Let's see how many banners. 59. That's much more than what I expected. All right, so that's done. And if you notice over here, my opponent has one-shot the teams out front. And they've lost, I think, about 5 banners in total. So they've done pretty well, which makes me think they probably took JTR against the Huck squad, and they took CLS against the one on top. So what do we do for the Night Sisters? Now, I knew that my opponent was going to set Night Sisters on defense because he always sets Well Relic Night Sisters on defense. And I wanted to save, because the only team that I can use against them is Padme, and I wanted to save Padme for the back. So I saved up my General Grievous squad for that. So that's what I'm going to use, General Grievous against Sisters. I had a ton of fun using Grievous on offense last time in the last match, so I decided to continue with that this time. And then let's go ahead and see how this counter performs. They're going to go first, and I'm going to heal him up and apply buff immunity on Zombie, which didn't exactly happen, but we're going to go and do this so that he starts assisting. All right, let's do this. Big AoE. So far so good. All right, let's start killing these guys one by one. Let's do one big hit over here. I don't like B1 getting stunned like that. All right, let's hit this over here. Let's do another buff immunity. Let's do this. All right, so B1 is gone. Let's do that and this, and now we should take care of Daka, because she's the one who's going to be creating tons of problem for us. Let's do this. Yeah, it's never good banners with Grievous, but I think this should take most of them out. Let's do it again. And again. This is not good. I might actually get stunned over here now that Plague has landed. Yep, not good at all. Oh man. Okay, so we may just have to take up Padme in over here. We might not have a choice. That was unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I should have probably gone in with Padme right at the beginning. But that's fine. I think we still have enough offense to take out. Okay, let's do this. Let's call Anakin, apply some buff immunity. Let's do this. And I'm going to do a big AoE. So I think all the deaths are exhausted. Let's take care of Daka so that nobody gets called back. Yeah, I should probably just use this right at the beginning. Okay, let's do this, and we should be able to call everyone to finish off. Let's apply a confuse over here first. Let's finish her off, and Let's do this for now, and this should do it. Okay, 38 banners. Um, a loss. I think this was my very first loss in this grand arena. Usually in all my 3 matches before, I have one shot my opponent. So this wasn't ideal. But let's see if we can't recover some banners. Maybe my opponent might trip up. So there we go. So we see the first order squad over here, which is what I was expecting. And then we have the same nude squad that I set. So this is what I saw from my opponent, and I think I'll probably take my CLS against that, and I'll probably take I wanted to take my Padme against this one. So what am I going to take? What do I have left? Maybe I can use my JTR squad. I might not have an option. Or my sisters. I might use my Night Sisters. But let's go ahead and do this. All right, let's what should I do? Let's take care of the nude squad first with my CLS squad. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll be able to take the my resistance squad against the first order. They don't have Hux in there, so resistance shouldn't be a problem. I also have my EP squad, and I have my Treya squad. What was I saving the Treya squad for? I think in case my opponent had Padme. All right, so let me give it a moment, and then I'll come back and we'll decide what to take against this. All right, I think we have a plan in place. Let's go ahead and tackle the toughest team first, which is going to be these 2 zones over here. The resistance, the first order squad is definitely going to be tough. They are highly relicked up and they hit hard, and I don't know if my resistance team can take it, but they're all about control, so maybe I think these guys may be able to do a good job. Let's find out if resistance can take on first order, even under relict. Let's remove this, and I want to hide everyone first, and then start working on first order officer. Let's try to do some damage. All right, now let's spread some exposures around, and let's start working on first order executioner. They hit very hard, extremely hard. I need to start taunting with the Finn. All right, let's take this out, and let's pass the thing to him, and let's start working on first order executioner and take him out. There we go, excellent. And eliminated Destiny, which is great, and I think a couple of them are under days already. I leave the 2 Kylos till the end, so I'm going to do that and start working on first order Stormtrooper, but at the same time I'm going to stun this Kylo over here, since the crew is ability blocked anyway, so that shouldn't be an issue. Let's take Stormtrooper out, hide everyone but him, and let's keep going. Let's do a taunt over here, and let's do this and see if we can't take out one of the Kylos first. I'm going to take out this guy first. Stun, excellent. Keep this guy under control. Well, actually we don't need to use that yet. So the battle is very much under control now. We just need a healing immunity to come, so that we can start taking these guys out effectively. So these guys will keep healing tons. Stun. All right, there's the healing immunity. And now we just need to work down on one Kylo before we take out the other. Let's keep doing this. And without healing immunity, these guys are extremely tough to take out, which is why I got in Finn over here, since he stacks damage. The good thing is this guy is dazed, so we don't have to worry about anything. But now that once healing immunity lands, it doesn't matter if it's R7 or G11, he gets taken out as easily. There we go. So we still have a couple of minutes left, but I think we should be okay. Can I get another heal? Nah, I think that's fine. I was thinking of I might get another Illuminated Destiny out, but 60 is 60. Okay, now I want to take my CLS against this squad over here, and I want to take out Watt first, because if I don't if I let Watt put the tank tech on Han, it'll become an extremely ugly game. So I'm going to use my Han with Commander Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and I want to keep Wampa in there for some extra damage. And because we've got a Rebel in there, so something Wampa to apply Daze, which is useful against Dooku, and which is going to be useful because Stormtrooper Han gives a lot of turn meter as well. So that's why Wampa is in there. Plus, since Stormtrooper Han is a Rebel, Wampa is going to be doing double damage on him. And Wampa has got healing immunity, which could come in handy as well. But I think I just require Luke, Han, and Chewie. I don't think I even require this Wampa, but let's just go ahead with that. Okay, first thing I want to do is take out Wat Tambor. Good enough. And now let's do this. Let's dispel everything. And I want to see if I can't stun Dooku. Yep. And let's just take him out. Okay, let's do this. And Newt is going to be problematic, but let's take him out. But first let's dispel this. Okay, now he's gone, and this should take care of Django. And we might get full health with this hit, but I think we'll probably end with 59 banners. 57. Oh, I think lost protection on almost all of them. Newt is never very banner friendly, so that's one disadvantage. All right, so now we've got some weaker teams over here, but we do want to maximize our banners. So let's see what we want to do against these guys. Let's see, what am I going to do? Let's take out the first order squad first. Or what else do I have? Let me go for the Kira squad. I think I can recover full protection on that team. It is a stall team since we've got a couple of tanks in there. But I'll use my EP against that and try to take that out. I'm going to pass it over to Basti, who will apply some of that and get this going. Fracture over here. And let's start working on these guys one by one. Buff immunity. Let's do that. Stun. All right. Shock, which is what we need to land. We need to get rid of that guy since he is causing lots of problems. Just powering through this guy now. Let's actually just fracture him and try to take him out. Let's do a fear over here. Excellent. Let's do a shock there. I want to definitely recover my banners. I'll have to stall over here a little bit if I can. Let's do a buff immunity. Let's do this. Okay, let's pass this on to maybe TIE Fighter Pilot. We may not be able to recover full banners, but I think we might get 58. Yeah, L3 is not the perfect person to stall against. We'll probably get 57 here too. Not too good. All right, let's take the other teams. Against the Geo squad, it's not a relic Geo squad, so nothing too difficult. My Sith trio might be able to handle it by themselves. So I think I'll just take in these three. I was thinking of taking in Shakti as well for some additional protection recovery. Actually, maybe let me do that. This way at least I'll get 61 banners. Otherwise there's no way for Nihilus or Darth Treya to recover any protection. I'm going to take in Shakti. The other advantage of Shakti is if she gets hit by Geos, she gets 20% turn meter every time she gets hit. So every time that the Geos attack her, she gets full turn meter and she can go and use one of her abilities. Let's see, most likely she might get taken out, but I think there's a high chance this team might end with 60 banners. Let's try it out. So Shakti goes first. What am I going to do? This one can give full turn meter to, oh no, only for clones. Okay, I'm going to save the debuff dispel and just use a basic for now. Could apply this, and let's get Scion's Hell by Hatred out fast. Right, let's do that. And yeah, every time that she does her basic, gives offense up, which it's not needed for this team, but it's useful to have. All right, let's dispel something on Spy, and let's recover some protection on Nihilus, and we can dispel something in the meantime with Nihilus as well. Attack Poggle, who gets tons of evasion, so it's not the ideal candidate. These guys are doing no damage. I might have been able to do it without Shakti, but let's see if we can't delay this a little more. Let's dispel the debuffs. Okay, we got Hell by Hatred. Let's get rid of Soldier as well. These guys really don't have much damage, so I'm okay delaying it a little bit. Let's get rid of Poggle if we can. Not yet. Oh, okay. That guy was too weak. Okay, we might not be able to recover full protection on everyone. Let's just top up Treya. And let's reduce the turn meter cooldown on Shakti. And let's see if Shakti comes around again. She does, so we can top up Nihilus. So I typically use Thrawn for moments like these, 60 banners, which is not bad. So I typically use Thrawn to top up protection, but since I was using Thrawn on the other team, I ended up having to use this over here. All right, let's, so we have one other team left. What do we want to take against this? I think we have our sisters left. Do we have any other squad? Nah, sisters are probably the best one. So here again, unfortunately, we'll probably end up with 55, but no option. All right, let's see if we can't get rid of Sith Trooper first. Excellent. And then I'm going to get rid of General Hux. Wow, this is going better than I expected. Okay, let's see if we can't land a stun on one of these. Okay. Let's land some Plague. And let's land a stun over here. Nice. This is actually going pretty well. Let's get rid of FOSTOPP. And then let's get rid of him right away. Let's do this. Stun over here. Excellent. Reduce some turn meter here. Huh, not bad. This is actually coming out to be pretty decent. So we'll end up 59 banners with sisters. That's surprising. Better than my EP team, which usually ends with 60 banners. Okay, so yeah, they usually keep Admiral Akbar on defense and use their Malevolence on offense. So for Malevolence, what I did over here was I kept my GK with the fives, with the fives in defense, and Ahsoka and Annie in the front. That's a slightly trickier combo for Malevolence to take out, so I'm hoping he loses some banners there. Alright, so let's go ahead with the... Do I want to do a mirror match? Yeah, I think I'll do a mirror match. Okay, let's take our rebels in there. And who else do I want to take? I'm going to go in with a full squad. Who else do I have? This is Lando. Yep, it is Lando. All right. And who else do I have out here? I probably don't need anyone else, but let's be safe and just take let's just take Rex. He can do some amount of protection recovery. All right, let's just go in with these. So let's do this, and I'm going to do this, and now his Houndstooth is going to go. And then I do this, and try to get him down as soon as possible, the Houndstooth. Almost. All right, let's actually go after Biggs. So with Biston, each time that a target lock is applied, I end up having to getting tons of turn meter on my team. Let's do this, and let's try to see if we can't get rid of Biggs. Ooh, that is bad. Okay, Biggs is gone, finally. Let's do another target lock. Wedge is gone. Houndstooth is gone. And now, let's bring in this guy. And finish off Han's Millennium Falcon. I couldn't bring him in last time since there was still... what is it called? They still had the that debuff which prevented the taunt from going away as long as Houndstooth is there. Breach, that's the one. Alright, how much is that? 60, not too good. But my only consolation is Malevolence will probably be lesser banners on offense. That's my hope. So 1903, not too good. This should have been 1923. That would have put pressure on my opponent, but even 1903, I think with the defense I've set, He might require what, 55 banners on average, and I'm hoping that he trips up on at least one or two of these teams, because these kind of battles, the uh, Darth Revan and General Skywalker, they're never clean battles. You'll end up getting 52, 53 match banners usually. I'm hoping that's the case, but that remains to be seen. All right, I'll give you guys an update shortly after my opponent has had a chance to go. Hopefully my defense does the job. All right, catch you guys shortly. All right, we are back, and man, let me tell you, this is one of the closest matches that I've ever had. So here's the final score. My opponent did go one shot my board and got 1901, just a couple of points below me. So that's right, you heard it right. He got one shot on every single team, didn't lose a single battle. So let's go and see where exactly, what exactly he did. So as you can see over here, this full team was done fine. I didn't ask him specifically what he took against this, but I bet he took gas and DR against these. Probably Padme against one of those teams there. In the front, you'd seen this result a little while ago, but he said that he'd taken CLS against the First Order team, which was surprising. I would have thought they took CLS against the Bounty Hunters, but they took EP with Nihilus against the Bounty Hunters, probably because Nest was there. So it was a good thing, but both Nest and CLS were exhausted in the front zone over here. And at the back over here, probably Treya against the Geos, or maybe Padme over here against the Geos. And JKR, they still had the JKR and Padme both against, and that they used them against um, JKR, they used against a new team. So that was a little disappointing. He said that he got 60 points against a new team. So if I had my General Grievous in there instead of one of those teams, then he would have had to repurpose a JKR against that, and then it could have been problematic taking out the new team. But I think it's a really good team, but you really need to set it with other strong defense so that other meta teams get pulled. And then if you're exhausted from meta teams, then facing this kind of a defense would this team Newt with Watt and Stormtrooper Han could get really tricky. So it's a really good team. I really love the creativity of this team. I want to use it in the future, but you know, especially since I use both Stormtrooper Han and Watt in my gas counter, I probably won't put a team like this on defense unless I'm sure my opponent is not going to use gas on defense. But otherwise, I like this team. I think I might try it out sometime in the future. So what won me the match? How did I win even after dropping one battle over here? I still got a couple of points more. The key was ships. So my opponent told me that they took their malevolence against the General Kenobi Negotiator and got only 54 banners. So I think they left ships for the last, and they needed 57 in ships to be able to beat me, 56 to tie me, but they only got 54 over here, which means they probably ended up losing quite a few ships. The key over here, I believe, was keeping snips in the front instead of fives. That's a trickier combination for General Kenobi, for the Malevolence to take out. So I think that was key in me eking out a few more banners, maybe causing a few more ships loss, and just getting by on the victory. So close match, definitely the closest that I've had in a long time. And the first time that I remember my board being one shot in a long time. What did we learn? One is, even though I felt I was not underestimating the Night Sisters, I still did. I don't really get to face Relic Night Sisters like these. So if I see something like this in the future, Padme, definitely. There's no doubt about that. Um, or I have to get Watt in there in some form or fashion. Maybe I have to get back my Bastilla Wampa Watt team, which was reliable against even heavy relic Night Sisters like these. You definitely do need some form of days. Second thing is, Grievous is definitely going back on defense. I mean, I wasn't happy with the way that performed. Even if I had won, I would have got heavily less banners, which wouldn't have been worth it. And Grievous is just so much better on defense. I'm going to leave him on defense. Um, third is Newt is great, but I probably going to go back to Newt, Dooku, and Nest on defense. Keep that in the front, and definitely going to save Geos for offense as well. Probably my opponent got pretty heavy banners over there as well since they had the Treya. But Geos, for example, could have taken out a team like the Skira team over here with Zalbar and L3 pretty easily with almost max banners, I'm sure. And I'm also going to keep mm, my first order on, well, actually, it didn't do bad on defense. It pulled a CLS counter because you can't really use JTR against Huck's team because of the turn meter gains. So it did end up pulling something heavy. So I think I'm open to leaving this on defense in the future as well. All right, so that's about it for this match. It was a close one, but kudos to my opponent Hugozario. Really good match. I really enjoyed it. One of the most closely fought matches I've had in a while. So I'll be putting up the video shortly. So Hug, he did reach out to me, and we chatted a bit on all of this stuff. And it was really a great match and good engaging conversation as well. So all the best to you, Hug. Hope you have much more success in the future as well in Grand Arena. And to my viewers, I will catch you guys in a couple of days when we move on to the second round and face someone else. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in and stay safe.